Okay. Today's assignment, I'm going to have you guys do this fun project where you get a face swap your face with that of a celebrity. I did attach a video that has another teacher that does this assignment as well, and she does a really good job explaining the steps. She just does things in Photoshop instead of Photopea, so I wanted to bring this up in Photopea for you guys to see. So I started with a photo of myself, and then I went and got a photo of Oprah Winfrey. For Oprah Winfrey, I did just the magnetic lasso on it and grabbed her face and brought it over to my face, which this is the original photo. I zoomed out or zoomed in, cropped myself so it was a little bit closer. Not the best photo. I want you guys to take one good of yourselves. And it should be a straight on shot. Don't try not to do an angle. And then the biggest difference I wanted to show you is she used when she was doing her editing, she added adjustment layers of curves. So down here, the adjustment layer of curves. I don't really like curves. I mean, you can play with it and try it, but I find curves can be very, very difficult. So as you can see on here, I used the face of Oprah, and then I went in and added a hue layer. So again, you do the adjustment layer here, I did hue saturation, and then in order to get it to adjust only to that layer, you do have to right click it, add it as a clipping mask, and then that's what puts it just on that particular layer. And so I did the hue and level on just Oprah's face to kind of lighten up, because you can see if I take these off, there's the level one. Let me get this out of the way here. If I click the level one, you can see it just kind of brightened it a little bit. And then the hue one, again, this is it without the hue and saturation. I basically decreased the saturation a little. And if I turn them both off, that was the original of her face coming in. But I also then added a brightness and contrast layer then on my skin tone to also kind of brighten up. And actually, I darkened mine, which you can see here. This is what the original was. So by adding that, it darkened it back up. My original photo had done some photo editing to it. So this is what, if I turn off all the adjustment layers and only have Oprah's face and mine, which again, this is the original Oprah face. And then that was mine. But you can see the big contrast or difference in the skin tone. So again, I went in and just I did hers first. So I first did the hue saturation and did it enough to where it still looks real. You don't want to do it too much and then it just doesn't look good. And then I added some level adjustment as well. And that was about as much as I could adjust her face without making it look really washed out or not like a photo. So then I went and decided to then darken up mine to match them. And so that's what I did here. And again, I made it a clipping mask that only affected my photo, not hers. And then that was then my final product, which I think looks not too bad, except for all my gray hairs, but that's a whole different thing.